Welcome to Valley Sun SunDay Scaries episode 2. This is your host Sean Nickel coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, aka the Valley of the Sun. I am nursing what I have coined an adult hangover, which is kind of like a regular hangover when you're growing up and in college and drinking a lot, but instead it's anytime you're around an event. For instance, we had a holiday party last night for our company where maybe you're not really drinking a whole lot. For instance, I had a couple of drinks, like 2 or 3 total, but because of the environment I was in, the loud music, the food, everything that normally happens during a party, I woke up today with like an adult hangover, which I felt the exact same as if I had been drinking a lot. It's kind of like a placebo effect. I'm thinking hopefully it's like a late 20s thing where after we get through this, and I'm a full-blown adult in my 30s, I won't have these issues anymore. But here we are. Welcome to episode 2. So I might have jinxed like 10 things from the last episode. First things first, you'll notice I'm wearing a sweatshirt. That's because last week it was 70 degrees, and right now it's 50 degrees, and it's January, and I should be pretty happy. Rocking the WMU, Western Michigan University sweatshirt, so I'm very proud of that. I jinxed the whole World War III thing. I was talking about the jokes of the tweets, and we all saw what happened and what's been going on the last last week or so. And ever since last week, those famous birds from episode 1, they have not left the backyard. They've been very vocal all day long. Just another thing that I get to look forward to each and every single day. So keeping the SunDay Scaries theme alive, I had a very major life event happen to me this last week that I think really strikes home with anybody that's going through anything, whether it's a midlife or a quarter-life crisis. My family, my mom and dad, they sold our childhood home that we had lived in for like 20 years. So nothing really makes you rethink, everything about your life than knowing that the one place you had from when you can remember your memories was all of a sudden gone, and now is a memory in itself. So this podcast can be sponsored by White Claw. We're gonna just go ahead and pour one out for the old home. I guess I probably shouldn't keep this here. My high school friends had memories there. My college friends had memories there. My adult friends had memories there. My parents loved hosting. They loved everything about hosting, and I truly enjoyed, being the house that a majority of our friends would spend many days at, whether it was 4th of July, anytime in the summer on the lake, things like that. I have a lot of awesome memories there with a wide range of a spectrum of my friends, and so I'll definitely miss the old house. Now, my mom, she is ridiculously sentimental. Like, we're talking, has every single shoe that I wore as a child and would display them out to the public sentimental. If you ever walk through our home, it would appear that my brothers and I had passed away, because everything that we have looks like shrines dedicated to us, with many things that most normal parents don't keep. So my mom, she's been pretty torn up about the move, because everything she had to throw away to donate. It kind of goes against everything that she loves, which is the sentimental value of weird things like a fork that I had when I was a child, or something she would use on like my bruises, like a small cloth. There's a lot of weird things my mom has that are sentimental to her and to nobody else, so the move was extra sad for her. But I think that chapters in your life are a good thing. I think that we had 20 years spent at the old house, and that was a major chapter of my life and a major chapter of my family's life. And it kind of ironically, links up with me moving out here, starting a new chapter. My parents and my family's going to start a new chapter back in our new house, which they've just moved into. And so when memories and like these events happen, the way I like to look at it is just a chapter, right? The chapter's over, but there's a new chapter that's starting, good, bad, or ugly. Like, sometimes there's chapters in our lives that are terrible, but what's nice is every time you turn the page, you get to start a new chapter. You kind of get to start the whole thing over, and it's kind of what you make it. Well, we are officially 11 days into the new year, so I'm just curious how all of your goals are going. We'll kind of cover how my goals are going. Goal number 1, here is the second podcast of the year. It's on a Sunday. It'll be out a little bit earlier than it was last time, because it's important to me, and it was my first goal that I wanted to continue with the podcasting and with the blogging. So here we are, crossing that one off the 1 week to-do list. Now, of course, this week, hold on. Just another plane. Please hold. So goal number 2, this week I'm going to be getting into the rhythm of getting back into the gym and working out. I wanted to wait about a week because part of my goals were to kind of change my lifestyle and the foods that I was eating. And so I want to make sure that I would have some consistency there. The cool news is in like 11 days of, just eating better, I've lost like 12 pounds. But at the end of the day, for me, it's not about weight loss. It's just about feeling good, having good stomach health. But I am looking forward to getting into the gym and kind of getting that rhythm going so I can get, that goal to start lining up and accomplishing as well. Now, we all know that people that are very serious about working out, like super serious. I'm talking the whey protein powders and the protein shakes and the giant belts for squatting and the gloves for bench pressing and carrying around a jug of water with intense workouts. The list goes on and on about those people. We all know those people. We have friends with those people. Some of us listening to this might be that person. I have some very close friends at work who are religiously working out now to the point where when they go to work out, they tell me that they're going to be confessing their sins to the iron. Like they're that serious about working out. I don't think I'm ever going to get to that point. Who knows? Maybe I will over the course of this year. But to me, it's just more about wanting to be a little bit healthier. Of course, I'm also working on finishing reading that first book by the end of January. I probably have it done a little bit sooner than that, but I want to kind of pick it up on that side of things. But of course, that's another goal that I've had. I've only, read a little bit into it over the last week. I've kind of been more focused on just what I've been eating. And of course, here we go. We're in podcast number 2. I'm crossing every goal I have off so far. Now, to wrap this up and just keep our theme alive of scrolling Twitter and me providing my opinion. A lot more going on today, guys and gals. A lot more going on. That's our 4th plane, and our neighbors are out. All of them. Now, to wrap this up and kind of keep with the theme that I have going last week, I was scrolling Twitter all week this week, and I was trying to find something that I know absolutely nothing about and provide my opinion on it. And I wanted to provide my opinion on something very, very serious. And no, I'm not talking about what's going on currently in the Middle East. I'm talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle leaving the royal family. That's crazy, and that's the most important news that I found. Let's talk about it. Now, I've done zero research on this, but in today's society, I can only assume that if they are leaving the royal family, it's got something to do with money. I once read a very, very bizarre rule that if you're in the royal family, you can't make money on yourself or for yourself. Like, you can't work, you can't have a job. And if I'm Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, I'm assuming that I can probably land a fat movie, TV show contract somewhere out there, with how reality TV is now. You're telling me people wouldn't tune in to see that? I assume that's the reason why they're leaving. But of course, I've done zero research. If that's not the reason, that's swing and a miss, But, that's the craziest news that I've read all week. I can't even fathom being literal British royalty and just choosing that you want to dip on out of there and come over here to North America. It's bizarre. And I guess technically he's like super far down the line to become king. It's 2020. Even the royals want to get their beaks wet, when it comes to money. You can't really blame them, and more power to them. So week number 2 is down. SunDay Scary episode number 2 is down. Please check out my website and you can see my blog about why I believe that the club DJ has just gotten lazy. Just from experience I've had over the last couple times going out, I think that the music scene's kind of changed a little bit. Of course, as always, I'm sponsored by White Claw. Pour one out for all your anxiety out there. Pour one out for my parents, buying a new home and selling their home. Get ready for many more of these to come. And welcome to the Valley of the Sun.